And the team that gets me excited, Manchester United, Manchester, Manchester United.
Before we started filming, I had the giggles, and I'm having difficulty getting rid of the giggles. But we like to bring a little joy into people's lives.
Alex Stepney, that was it. So he's on the. He's got to be on the list. Whoa, where are you? Whoa, whoa, what's going on here? Look at this. Oh, we're back.
We're back.
We are back and running. I'm not sure who he is because he's not a United fan anymore because he ain't got a United top on. Continuity again, let me down. The reason why he hasn't got one on is because I've done the filming last minute and I've caught him out. So it's like, what was that film? Was it Kes? With that guy when he's the PE teacher.
Why are you today, sir? Liverpool?
Rubbish, lad. Don't know your club colours. Manchester United stripped this.
They're playing Dennis Law against
Speed.
Striker.
No, Charlton today, lad. All over the field. Do go for striker.
Of course, Charles not as quick up turning Law, is he?
You trying to tell me about football?
No, I'm just telling you.
You trying to tell me?
No, sir.
Anyway, Dennis Law's in the wash this week.
He's playing, and he said it said on Bobby Charlton today because Dennis Law's in the wash or something.
Yeah.
So basically, Dennis Law and Bobby Charlton are in the wash today, aren't they? So you ain't got another one, have you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
I don't know who he is.
I had before we started filming, I had the giggles, and I'm having difficulty getting rid of the giggles. So
he's all over the place. Here we go. United with Dave. We are back.
back.
Back. Obviously, the last episodes were 2 parts. Obviously, that was really difficult to do. If I'm being totally honest about the Busby Babes, it took a while to do it, and I'm glad we did it. And I'm really pleased with it. And
You did a good job. It was very respectful, and
that was always the way.
It's sad every year.
We had before. Our friend in Germany, Sabrina.
Yeah.
That we have to mention every time, right? She thinks that she says we make her smile, so she thinks we're funny.
Well, it takes all sorts, Sabrina.
It does.
But we like to bring a little joy into people's lives, don't we, son?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we try.
Especially in this environment we're living in.
Quite nice in here.
No, in here it is.
Oh, yeah.
But we won't get political.
No, let's not go down that route now.
No.
Let's get down that route. Well, I definitely think the water in Germany is definitely dodgy. If Sabrina thinks that about us and thinks we're interested, but the other chap as well. There's another.
Well, I think I'm interested.
I know you do. I definitely know that you think you are interesting. I know you know.
Well, if I don't say it, nobody else is going to, will they?
That's very true. Yes, it's very true. Anyway, moving on. So I'm just going to say hello to Sabrina, just because we can.
Yep. Hello, Sabrina. Don't know you, but
she's a lovely lady, Sabrina. Yeah,
okay.
Very nice. We've had a few more comments as well. There's a Mr. Kipling. I don't think he might be a good baker. I don't know, but he's called Mr. Kipling.
He makes exceedingly good cakes.
Mr. Kipling does, and there are other bakers available. I've always wanted to say that. I don't know if he does or not. I've not looked at his channel yet, but I need to really, because it might not be anything about cakes. But he's called Mr. Kipling.
Is he?
Yeah, but I don't think it is Mr. Kipling, if you know what I mean. The only thing I do know is he's a United fan. And he's left a few comments, and I need to reply to him.
Okay.
I do. But one comment on that is his claim to fame is he can name the 1948 Cup winning team.
Right.
United, just off the bat, that's his claim to fame, which is a good claim to fame. But I also know a couple of other people who can do that as well. And it's not you. I know that for sure you can't name the 1948 Cup winning team.
No, I can't.
No, you can't know.
I wasn't born.
Well, you were born later on, weren't you, that year? But I wasn't born either, so I can name the team. But better than that, I was in Manchester last week and I met a lady who is, you should never say a lady's age, should you? But you won't mind this. She's sort of mid to late 80s, right? She can name the 1948 team.
Yeah.
She can name it.
Well, age. I mean, I'm 75.
Yeah,
but I can't.
yeah, I know you can't.
I've got that wrong.
Yeah. So you're 75, but when you were 55, you couldn't either.
No, I know.
When you were 30, you couldn't either. So,
no.
but this lady can, and she's mid to late 80s.
Best of luck to her.
Well, yeah, I thought she's done really
Well,
well.
that's very good. Yeah.
And that'll be a special addition to one of these. I videoed the discussion.
That's
So
good.
it'll be really good. She first went to Old Trafford in 1949, which is incredible. So talking about Manchester around that time and that as well. So it's really, really good.
Mm.
It's my good mate in the Stretford end, Alex's grandma, Nancy, her name is. So really nice lady. Pleasure, honour to meet her. So anyway, should we move on with the episode?
The episode.
The episode, yes, episode. What number is it? Do you remember what the number is? What episode we're on?
Oh, I can look in.
Well, you don't need to look now. You'll be on there for ages. So, so yeah, we're on that one.
Are we?
I think so. Yeah, we are. Yeah, yeah. Buzzy Behaviour is episode 4, part 1 and 2.
That's right.
So
Yeah,
episode
5. Yeah.
So here we go. Ready for it? Here it comes. Episode 5.
Right.
Episode 5. Okie dokie. Can't believe we got to episode 5. To be honest.
Seems like a lifetime, doesn't it? Really.
It does seem a lifetime, definitely. What what I will say is, and I do say this to Dad quite a lot, is I am spending far too much time with him. And the reason why I say that is because I'm always looking at his mug on the videos every night when I'm doing the editing. That's what I mean about spending far too much time. Go Granville. Yeah. So anyway, so he's done me again there. I've gone off again, and I've gone off a kilter. Episode 5.
What is a kilter?
Oh, I don't know.
You just said it. You don't know what it means.
I don't know. You probably do, don't you?
No idea.
Okay, you find out for the next episode. Gone off kilter. I don't know. Anyone out there know what that means? Gone off kilter. He does this all the time.
What is a kilter?
I don't know. I don't know. Just a saying, isn't it?
We all say things and we don't know what it means.
You say a lot of things and you don't know what they mean. So, anyway, let's wind it back in. Let's get back to it. Episode 5. Right. He's not going to stop me this time. We had an idea. Well, I had an idea, which we'd pick our favourite United team, favourite United 11 from the players that we'd seen play. So not the greatest United 11, our favourite ones. There's a couple of exceptions that we put in there as well, and the obvious ones that we couldn't leave out.
Yeah.
And we'll come to them. So, there's the no-brainers, isn't there?
And we got to say how difficult it is, because there are so many good United players over the years.
Unbelievable.
Diminished in recent years.
Yeah.
Recent players don't get on the list.
No.
But we've filtered it down into players we think should be there or thereabouts. But it's so difficult. If we'd like your comments.
Yeah, it would be interesting
on your own views.
Yeah, what people think their team,
and we'll eliminate them completely, won't we?
Well, yeah, you will, because this is supposed to be a combined 11, right? So this is going to be interesting. So the way we're going to do it, for each position, I put a big list down, and then we discussed off camera. And that was really difficult to do off camera. It was really difficult to do it, to whittle these lists down to, like, say, 3 per position. And again, like Dad said, it's so difficult, isn't it? Because we've been so lucky, haven't we? So lucky and blessed to have all these fantastic footballers. Okay, so back to our picking our favourite team. Players that majority of the players are what we've seen playing, who we like, who we enjoy playing for different reasons. Obvious exceptions that we put in there, and we'll tell you about them. So, goalkeepers. That's a tough. Well, every position's a tough one, isn't it? But goalkeepers, we whittled down the main list, and we whittled it down. Well, we've got 4 to choose from, right? So we've got Alex Stepney, Peter Schmeichel, Edwin van der Sar, and Harry Gregg. So all for different reasons we put in there, aren't we?
Yeah.
So Harry Gregg.
Harry Gregg began his football career in his beloved Northern Ireland with Linfield after giving up his work as an apprentice joiner. He very quickly caught the eye between the sticks and was snapped up by Doncaster Rovers. United were hearing great things about this bold, commanding figure and were then impressed by what they saw of him, so much so that the club paid £23,000 to secure his services, then a world record fee for a goalkeeper.
What can you say about it? We did a big piece about him in the last episode about being a hero music, and he's like proper old school tough goalkeeper, wasn't he, Harry Gregg? So we put another couple. There's a few clips. There's not many clips of him playing, but what the clips you see, he was a tough keeper. He'd be diving at people's feet and that, and he was quick and he's trying to get the play going as well straight away. So he's probably a bit ahead of his time, I think, weren't he, Harry Gregg?
Yeah.
And I think that's why he bought him, didn't he? That's why Sir Matt Busby bought Harry Gregg. And you think about it, he only bought him 3 months before Munich. We didn't talk about that in the Busby Babe thing, but he only bought him 3 months before Munich. So he's in one of the interviews. He's in there. One of the things he says, right? He said, "Well, I've hit the big time. I'm playing for Manchester United." And he's also said that he would have paid money to join United, to play for United. He would have paid money himself. He would have paid the transfer. If he had the money, he would have paid it himself to play. So, and he said, "I've hit the big time." And he just thinks everything. He thought he died. He thought he was dreaming in one of the interviews.
Yeah.
So, and he said I'd done that as well. And then he said, and the other thing, I'm in Germany and I can't speak German. He said that as well. It was just his Northern Ireland sort of a sense of humour, really. But he wasn't laughing about it. It was just the way he says it. But he had a lot of injuries, because I think because of the way he played, he was so tough and he put his body on the line. He had a lot of injuries, so he missed out on a couple of games. And he missed out on the '63 Cup final, Harry Gregg. But yeah, good keeper, and being what he did in Munich and that, we had to put him on the list to talk about him. Harry Gregg is just remarkable man, I think.
It is, but can I just say here that it's so difficult to pick favourite players, because they all played at different times, mainly, didn't they? And football is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
And I mean, I look back, and you can look back. From the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
The pitches, for a start, were quagmires. What's a quagmire?
A muddy pitch. Yeah, you could go different ways with quagmire. Yeah, that takes me to a comedy show, Family Guy. But yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
But the pitches now are like snooker tables.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So that affects the way players play, the way they react. But having said that, can you imagine Georgie Best playing today? Can you imagine Dennis Law, Bobby Charlton? They'd be exactly the same.
Yeah,
wouldn't they?
Absolutely.
Because they were so good.
So good.
So good.
Doesn't matter what era you put them in. It's yeah, incredible. The stuff they did there with the kit that they had. Look, the boots, the balls, the pitches.
Yeah.
And then nowadays, I wonder if Sir Bobby would have been able to hit the ball as hard nowadays. Because I've not really seen anyone hit the ball as hard as Bobby Charlton.
No.
In today's game.
Yeah, we would be able to.
Because it's just his technique, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just thinking with the balls, with the boots being how thin they are now and the balls being different. So, but his technique was just incredible, wasn't it? Incredible.
But they were so good, they would have adapted to that.
Yeah.
And
it just came easy to him, didn't it? Just natural, wasn't it? Easy. But we've mentioned one goalkeeper and we've gone off piste already.
Well,
Talking about, wait, I know it don't matter now, but we were talking about Harry Gregg. So yeah, Harry Gregg's got to be there on the list of considerations, hasn't he?
Yeah,
got to be. Alex Stepney as well. I've got to put him in.
Well, there you go. 68 keeper.
Yeah.
Who made that vital save against Eusebio.
Yeah. Incredible. So it was the last few minutes, weren't it?
Yeah.
Before extra time, and you'd put your money on Eusebio scoring that goal, wouldn't you? Bursting through, in between two defenders.
Yeah.
So
I vaguely remember.
Yeah, when you was watching it.
Yeah.
Because I think they had to change the ball after. Because I think he hit it so hard he burst the ball.
I can't remember that.
Yeah, they had to change the ball because he burst it. Yeah. Honestly, it's just incredible. Yeah. But Stepney saved it. So, and you can see obviously there's video there of him doing it, and look at Alex Stepney's reaction. It's quite funny, really.
Well, what I remember is Eusebio was through, and as you say, Stepney saved it, and Eusebio wanted to shake his hand.
Yeah.
And he just ignored him.
Well, he did that, but then he was clapping him, weren't he? I think. But Stepney's reaction was he was just like waving. It was like, yeah, okay, yes, move on.
Yeah.
It's like, carry on. It was, incredible.
But Eusebio was quite a player, wasn't
he? Yeah, unreal, wasn't he? Unbelievable. So if United to win that game 4-1 against the Eusebio Benfica team, remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Well, I think any team that Bobby Charlton played in.
Yeah. And George Best, yeah.
And George Best.
Yeah. Would beat anybody.
Yeah.
We didn't have Dennis either that night, did we? Because Dennis was injured. He was having his knee problems, weren't he?
Yeah.
So he watched the game from his hospital bed, which must have been tough for him, wasn't it? Old Dennis. So Alex Stepney, so he was part of that team, but then Alex Stepney, he saw the team sort of drop a bit, didn't he, when it, early 70s, got relegated. I think he was captain for a little bit, if I remember. And then one of the seasons when they really struggled, I think it was Tommy Ducks, when he took over, could have been the relegation season. Alex Stepney was taking the penalties, right? And at one point, he was the top scorer.
Really?
Yeah, that's how poor they were. The goalkeeper was your top scorer, and he only took 3 penalties or something like that. So, and that's what they were when they got relegated. They were rubbish, weren't they? So they needed a rebuild, which they did do, and he was part of that, and he came back. So Alex Stepney, yeah, great goalkeeper, a gentleman as well. Met him a few times. Alex Stepney, nice fella, real nice guy. Always got time for people. Always have a chat. So he won the FA Cup with us as well in 77. He was a keeper in 77 and beat Liverpool. Yeah. He was a keeper in 76 and lost against Southampton. But he was the keeper in 77, won the FA Cup against Liverpool. And then he was just getting to that point. He was getting older then, weren't he? And it was, I think it was the change between Doc and Dave Sexton. We're only on the goalkeepers. So yeah,
well, next goal.
Alex Stepney, that was it. So he's on the list. He's got to be on the list. Whoa, where you? Whoa, whoa, what's going on here? Look at this. Hey, whoa, hey, whoa. So Peter Schmeichel, the Great Dane. What a keeper.
What a keeper.
What a keeper. Peter Schmeichel. So
I remember. Can I just say this?
No. Yes.
Well, we were on holiday.
With Peter Schmeichel?
Not with Peter Schmeichel, no. But when we were coming back, we were checking in at the airport in in Portugal somewhere, yeah. And it was the final of the European Nations Cup.
Yes, 1992. Yes.
And
Denmark were in the final.
And I saw at the time a fantastic goalkeeper. And he came to United.
We just signed him, yeah. We just signed him.
Yeah.
But Denmark were last-minute entries, weren't they, because of the...
we signed him before that final?
Yeah, I think we signed him before it was already done.
Well...
And then, but Denmark were only in it in the tournament because Yugoslavia had to drop out because of the conflict, didn't they? The split.
Right,
with Bosnia and everything.
But you know more than me.
Yeah, they dropped, so Denmark came in and they went and they were last and they won it.
Yeah.
And Schmeichel was brilliant. Yeah, couldn't believe it. Yeah.
And he's been my favourite ever since.
Yeah.
What a keeper!
Just incredible, wasn't he? He was just all round quality, wasn't he?
And if I was a defender with him in goal, I'd be frightened to death about making a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he'd let you know.
Yeah, big time. Even if he was in the wrong, he'd still let you know.
Yeah. And
then they'd sort it out between them.
I was watching a game at one time, and he told the fullback off, and my hair stood up on air, on end.
On air.
It made my. I went back in my chair.
Well, you thought he was talking to you?
Yeah. And I was in my living room, it's amazing.
So you've
travelled all that distance.
So you've been on holiday with Peter Schmeichel, and Peter Schmeichel's been in your living room as well. So,
in my mind, he has, yeah.
There's all sorts going on in your mind. Peter Schmeichel, because he used to give rollickings, didn't he, to Brucey and Pally all the time.
Usually then join forces and pick on Schmeichel when he starts shouting.
I was going to say, your ears must be burning down your ears.
As he winds us up, you see, so then we have a row with each other. Yeah, he blames one of us, then we blame the other one, so it's a triangular type of thing.
But that's what you said, it makes them better, doesn't it? Because they're always on it, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're always on it.
And he followed the principle, Schmeichel, that he's playing in goal, and his job is, what's his goal? What's his purpose?
His goal is not to score goals, it's to stop goals. Be a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a basketball player or an attacking goalkeeper.
And at that time and the time before, the defender's job was to defend.
Yes.
But these principles seem to be gone into the ether.
They've evaporated, haven't they? They've gone completely, yes.
Basics.
Right,
carry on.
But Schmeichel, he could do everything. Dominate his area. Quick. Shot stopping was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah. So talk about the others and we'll eliminate them.
Yeah, so I think you got an idea who we're going to pick.
Face one-on-one with Bruce. He leaves Bruce, but it's a magnificent save from Schmeichel.
No hesitation at all that time with the goalkeeper. Attempting to put pressure on Dennis Irwin. Irwin is unfazed. So is Schmeichel. In the opening 5 minutes, but Schmeichel has denied Ferdinand.
Well, I mentioned before the game that for Neville and for Bruce, they're expecting a difficult night. And really at the moment, they can't cope with Ferdinand and Faustino Asprilla. They really are carving Manchester United apart. Ferdinand gets it onto his right foot in here. Once again, Schmeichel is alive to the situation. Another brilliant save.
Asprilla. Beardsley. Peter Beardsley! Well, they're grateful that it's stuck to Schmeichel. Beardsley shot.
Well, at the moment, Newcastle are just swarming all over Man United. It's quite clear what the team talk was prior to the game from Kevin Keegan. To go at them early, go at them quickly to try and get an early goal. If it wasn't for Schmeichel, it'd certainly be a goal behind. He's made 3 excellent saves in the first 10 minutes.
The Marcus, and he's got it across, and Zamorano has a chance. Fantastic.
The next one, we had to mention Van der Sar, because Van der Sar was a great goalkeeper.
Of course he was.
But we should have had him when Schmeichel retired, when Schmeichel left. They should have gone, right, instead of messing about with all the other ones we had, Bartes, Bosnich and whatever. But we had him for a few, he was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Still playing when he was like 40, wasn't he? I remember I saw his last game at Old Trafford. Amazing keeper. Absolutely brilliant. So, but yeah. Just one quick thing about Van der Sar. When he played, when he used to come out after the games, so when Georgia was smaller, we used to wait and we see him. Edwin van der Sar had the quickest signature I have ever seen of anyone. Right. So he'd just do. So it was obviously it wasn't a long one. So he'd just do his 3 initials, but he'd do it in a way. It was like Zorro, right? And everyone was the same, right? It would just be rapid. Honestly, it was unbelievable. But he'd do nearly everybody's, right? And yeah, so it was just every time you see him, exactly the same. So I was imagining him coming out.
That's the way to do it.
Well, it is the way to do it, yeah.
I mean, if you're faced with 500 fans and you've got to sign a load of autographs, if your name's Higginbottom and you're going to Daniel Higginbottom, and you've got to sign and your signature.
So yeah.
Or no, if your name's Daniel Fortescue, is it Higginbottom?
Fortescue. Forsyth. Quinton. Fortescue.
Oh, look, don't start me off.
We've gone, haven't we now? Yeah. So.
Anyway. You know what I'm talking.
So Edwin van der Sar, the Zorro of signatures is what I would say. What a great keeper.
But if you had to say a double barrel name, and you're going to do the full signature,
yeah, you'd be there a long time.
You're never going to sign it more than half, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I've seen like the players, they do like all variations of signatures, some quick, some slow. But Van der Sar was quick every single time, and it was every one was the same, and it wasn't just like a line; it was a proper. Well, it was like Zorro, honestly.
Well, all power to his elbow.
So his elbow probably was hurting him afterwards. So, but I was imagining him to come out once dressed as Zorro, and that would have sort of probably wasn't but you never know, do you?
No.
Anyway, Van der Sar, fantastic keeper. Yeah.
And Nicola Anelka, a Champions League winner with Real Madrid, a former Liverpool and Manchester City player, with the responsibility of taking this key penalty. Anelka. Van der Sar saved it! United again!
Yeah. So then, who are we going to pick then for goalkeeper?
I think it might be Schmeichel.
Yeah, I think it might be Schmeichel. You can't go wrong with him. We love watching him. Brilliant. We watched his when he first came as well, didn't we? So.
And look how fantastic his son was.
Yeah.
Or is.
Yeah, great keeper. Yeah, just like his dad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So, and there's video of him kicking the ball, isn't there, outside the changing room with I think it was Paul Ince's son, I think, which is crazy, isn't it? So, but yeah, brilliant. Obviously done a lot for Denmark as well. We won't mention that he played for City a little bit and Villa, but didn't do anything with them too, did he? Waste of time, wasn't it? So, but yeah, so Peter Schmeichel is our goalkeeper. Lock it in.
That you won't find a better save anywhere than that. It was past him and he got it away.
I'm telling you, that could be another one of Gordon Banks' job. That is an unbelievable save. A shouting goal. Look at that.
Second position is right back. Because we're going to go 4-4-2, make it nice and simple. So 4-4-2.
Now football is a pleasant game, played in the sun, played in the rain, and the team that gets me excited, Manchester United.